friends, and welcome to the Weekly Roundup, where we discuss just a fraction of the insanity that takes place in the world each week. Our top story today, Donald Trump is once again feigning relevance this week with a social media post that predicted his own arrest. Former President Donald Trump says he expects to be arrested in connection with the years-long investigation into a hush money scheme involving adult film actress Stormy Daniels, and called on his supporters to protest any such move. In a social media post, Trump, referring to himself, said, "The leading Republican candidate and former president of the United States will be arrested on Tuesday of next week." This dude's predicting his own arrests now? What, is he not getting enough attention? This is like the girl in your high school who buys herself a rose on Valentine's Day. It's from my boyfriend. He works for the deep state. I'm so crazy about him, one of these days he's gonna have me arrested. I surrender!
Yo, didn't he leave you for DeSantis?
No, he did not leave me for DeSantis! That's a rumor! At this point, I trust these Trump arrest predictions about as much as I trust the Canadian healthcare system, which, if you're new here, is not a lot. The Canadian Cancer Society is recommending cervical cancer screenings for men who identify as women. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we need in a country where it takes 3 months to see a doctor. A lineup of men screening their imaginary body parts for cancer. The Canadian Cancer Society has been providing guidance to males who identify as women on the female-specific cancer. Quote, "If you're a trans woman, you may not have given much thought to Pap tests and cervical cancer. And if you haven't, that makes a fair amount of sense. After all, in order to get cervical cancer, you need to have a cervix. That is, the organ that connects the vagina to the uterus." The Cancer Society's official website reads, "It goes on to state that trans women who have had bottom surgery to create a vagina and possibly a cervix should talk to a medical professional to figure out specific cancer screening needs." You know, when we said these trans pussies were a cancer to society, we did not mean that literally. The Tiger King has announced his 2024 presidential bid. No, I am not kidding. Joseph Maldonado Passage, better known as Joe Exotic or the Tiger King, is currently serving a 21-year federal sentence after being convicted on multiple charges. He said that isn't going to let that stop him from running for the nation's top office. Oh, you mean the US could potentially have a criminal for a president? That'll be the first time that's ever happened. Maldonado Passage launched a new campaign website with a personal message. "Thank you for your interest in my campaign. Yes, I know I am in federal prison and you might think this is a joke, but it's not. So put aside that I am gay, that I am in prison for now, that I used drugs in the past, and that I had more than one boyfriend at once, and that Carol hates my guts. This all has nothing to do with me being able to be your voice." Well, if anyone's gonna be the voice of Sodom, it might as well be an adulterous, drug-addicted LGBTQ criminal. Can't arrest a president for his crimes against humanity if he's already in prison. Joe Biden says he's not really Irish because he's sober and doesn't have any relatives in jail.
I'd been to Ireland many times, but not to actually look up to find my actual family members. And there were so many, and they actually weren't in jail. They were all, but all kidding aside, if you go to County Louth, there's still a place called Finnegan's Pub, which is, Reverend, it's related to my family. I'm the only Irishman you've ever met, though, that's never had a drink, so I'm okay. I'm really not Irish.
Well, by that logic, I guess we can assume that Joe Biden is actually an untrained pit bull, because he shits all over the carpet and preys on unsuspecting children. I'm just kidding. I know it's not their fault they attack children. It's their owner's fault.
I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
Speaking of dropping deuces in unusual places, if you have a question for Twitter's press team, the answer, moving forward, will be a poop emoji. Twitter's communications team has been effectively silent since November, when it was reportedly decimated in the layoffs that CEO Elon Musk implemented after buying the company. That means it hasn't responded to journalists' questions about any of the developments that have happened since. Now the press email address is active again, at least to some extent. Going forward, it will automatically reply to journalists' inquiries with a single poop emoji, Musk announced, via tweet, of course, on Sunday. That's a perfect substitution for the email response you'd get from literally anyone working at Twitter. I say they keep that energy going and replace all of Elon's tweets with a pseudo-intellectual autistic rich kid jerking off his gullible conservative followers. Emoji. Do we got anything for that? Mexican president says lack of hugs and embraces, not drug cartels, responsible for fentanyl crisis. Yeah. I actually agree with him. There is a lot of disintegration of families. There's a lot of individualism. There is a lack of love, of brotherhood, of hugs and embraces, Lopez Obrador said, according to the Associated Press. That is why US officials should be dedicating funds to address these causes. He's right. I don't feel like doing fentanyl at all. An LA meteorologist collapsed on live TV in a frightening moment.
Count News at 7 on CBS, streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kemp.
And I'm Michelle Medina in for Sheba, who is ready for some sunshine. I know I am. Let's start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alyssa Carlson. She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No. Oh.
You know, we're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on there. Maybe she couldn't get in to see a doctor on time because there was a gaggle of men ahead of her getting naproxen prescriptions for their imaginary periods. I'm just kidding, it's obviously a vaccine injury. And now for my favorite news of the week. A pro-Trump social network wants to corner the anti-vax Jizz Market. Getter, a struggling right-wing social media company, is looking to create a marketplace for men who won't take the COVID vaccines to sell their sperm. Again, turning a joke I made in 2021 into a reality. Do you think will happen to people like us who didn't get the jab when those people start finding out they may be sterile due to the vaccines? I don't know, man. Maybe we will be like Handmaid's Tale people. I fully believe that any man with unvaccinated sperm, I think that shit will be worth more than gold. I believe men with unvaccinated sperm are either going to have a lot of fun or not so much fun because they're going to be like milked like a cum cow or something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so bad. Cum cow. I'm sorry. I do believe that men with unvaccinated sperm will definitely become cum cows. All right, guys, that's it for me today. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out some other videos from my channel. I will see you all next week for the next weekly roundup. Bye! We're scientists. When we're wrong, like, it's a different kind of wrong. That's just the scientific method. It's science, it's a consensus, we all agree with it. There are no scientists who disagree with other scientists. We all believe the same things at the same time, and then sometimes we don't believe them anymore, and then sometimes we do believe them again. Try not to use your own mind too much.